Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm going to start a ball of yarn from the centre today. You know, when it gets so difficult and you can't find the middle of the ball, I'm going to do that on camera and show you how I manage it and sometimes how I can't quite manage it as well. Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. Okay, in a video about 3 weeks ago, 10 tips for beginner knitters, I suggested that it was a really good idea to start the ball of yarn from the centre whenever you're knitting. And there are a few reasons for this, mainly so that the ball doesn't just roll everywhere. If you start the ball of yarn from the outside, then it is just a case of it has to roll around and it can fall on the floor, it can get dusty, it can get dirty, just be a real mess. That's the main reason, but there are other reasons as well. I won't go into those now. Go and have a look at the 10 tips video if you'd like to find out more. So, how do I start the ball of yarn from the centre so that it doesn't roll all over the place and so the yarn comes out really easily and it's so simple for you to sit there and knit? I'm giving myself a challenge. I've taken 4 balls of yarn. I'm going to open each one and start each one from the centre. I'm going to find that little thread in the centre so I can start knitting from it. Okay, let's see how I get on. Okay, this does feel very much like I'm on a game show. I am going to start each ball of yarn and I'm going to start each ball of yarn from the middle. So let's get to it. I'm going to pick the eagle grey first. Let's see how we get on. Some of them will probably give me more hassle than others. So first thing, obviously, is to take this off. That can be a bit of a hassle sometimes, but just feel your way around pulling it off. Okay, so what have we got in here? What I'm going to do, you may be able to see that in there, is just pull like a little bit of yarn out of the centre. Sometimes it's easier to find than others. Oh, look at that! You just pull, there we go. That is the centre of the yarn. Wow, that was nice and easy. Thank you, Eagle Grey. Look at that. Yes. And that was just a case of looking at it. Sometimes you have to look and it's actually there waiting for you. And other times it's a bit more of feeling inside. So good. Yes. I found the inside of that. That was nice and easy. I hope the others are so willing to comply. Okay, eucalyptus green next. Right, again, this can be a bit complicated sometimes, but putting that off. Right, eucalyptus green. That, I can note, that is the outside of the yarn, and that is sent into the centre there just to tie it off so it's not loose. This, what I'm going to do is just push that underneath the yarn on the outside. It's a lot better out there rather than getting knotted and mixed up with the inside. Now, I can't see anything that's just willing to come out there, so I'm going to just put my fingers in and just feel. I'm going to use a couple of fingers on each side and just see what I can feel. The centre. Oh wow, that was nice and easy as well. Okay, so those first two were plain ball. Those first two were definitely plain. Right, we'll do jog grey next. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've got outside there again. I'm going to push that underneath the outside edge there, and I'm going to just put my fingers in and see what I can find. Oops, this feels like it's going to be more hassle. Yes, it is. Okay, there's a lot more coming out. What you can do with that, there you go. I now have a single thread coming out, and that single thread is going somewhere here. Can I see a single thread on the other end of it? If I just kind of look and have a little, there it is. There's the other outside edge. We have the end of the yarn that's coming from the center, and that's actually in a knot. I'm just going to undo that. That is then sitting in the center there. So I'm going to put that on the top, and if I'm careful with that sat next to me, I can literally just knit from the outside there. I can knit and pull that from the center, and then within a few rows, maybe 20 minutes of knitting, if that, I'll be knitting from the inside of the main ball. So you needn't do anything with that. If it comes out that happily and you can find the end, sometimes you can't and you just have to start unraveling, then it should be okay. So I'm going to put that there, and that's there ready to knit. Okay, we have one left. Will turquoise waters play happy? There you go. So this is the lovely turquoise colour. What are we going to do here? That's the outside again. I'm going to put that in the outside edge. Okay, here we go. Oh dear, that feels like too much. Right, I'm going to show you what else I do if I end up with something like this. The other option is to just put your hand on the other side of the ball and wind the single end that you've come out with here around your fingers as well as the ball, like this. And then, if you come across any knots, you can unravel them. That's getting a bit too tight there. Okay, and this bit around the edge won't be too tight. I can see the loose end there. That's the single end. Just need to undo this. And then keep wrapping it around the outside. The single thing about this is that it means, yes, from the beginning you will be knitting from the outside, but it's not much yarn. That will be a few rows. Like I said, with this one it will be 10 minutes of knitting maybe, because it isn't that much, it's not many wraps. There you go, that one just got a bit twisted. Okay, so that just shows you that if you do pull the yarn from the center of the ball, then more often than not you will find the single end on the inside, and it will be quite easy to sort it out. These, they didn't take long to figure out, did they? It was a couple of minutes. This one I could wrap it around the ball like I did with the turquoise, but I can just knit it from the small ball on the top, and then it won't take me long before I start knitting from the main ball. So yeah, that's two options for you. But these, it just took a little bit of manipulation, and that individual single piece of yarn was ready and willing to come out of the ball. So yeah, just take it easy, don't panic, and it can be a lot easier than you think. There you go, I'm ready to knit. There you go. Some of them were easy, some of them weren't. And that's what happens when you start balls of yarn. And I will say, as you knit more and more, then it gets easier and easier. And also, you will have slightly more issues probably if you are starting a ball of yarn where there is a longer length on the ball. So if it's 300, 400 meters on that ball of yarn, the likelihood is that it will be more difficult to find the very center. And that's probably because it's thinner yarn. So just finding that very center will be quite difficult. But you can use all of the methods that I showed you today with every single ball of yarn that you come across. Yes, I was using a ball of yarns that look like donuts. They're round and they're flat. But you can use the same methods with the longer ones, longer balls of yarn as well. And like I said, as I was actually doing that there, I actually closed my eyes quite a lot when I'm doing this, because it really just focused my senses to say, what can I feel? where is my finger and where's that centre ball of yarn, where is the centre of that yarn, where is that single thread of yarn that I need to pick up, because then I can feel that and pull it out. So it's a technique, it's a tactic, and it's getting used to it as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Do go and watch that 10 tips for beginner knitters video. That will give you lots of other tips as well. And do leave messages in the comments if there's anything else there you want me to dive deeper on, if there are any questions you have there too. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you again soon. Do hit subscribe and click on the bell if it's your first time here. If you click on the bell, then YouTube will let you know whenever I release a new video. I'm here every Tuesday, every week with a new video. And for the moment, while the UK is in lockdown, I'm doing a live video every Friday as well. I'd love to have you join me for them if you're in the UK or you're in a time zone where you can reach me as well. I'm at 10:45 every Friday morning currently. Right, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to see you again soon. Bye for now.